Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the vlog. I'm so sorry, it's been a while since I actually picked up this camera, but so much has happened in the last 3± weeks. Not so much has happened on FD, but I'll get into it in a sec. So what's been going on in my life? Well, a lot of family stuff, a lot of house renovation stuff, and one, I got rid of the Nissan Juke. It was a turbo Nissan Juke that I had. I bought my wife a Lexus, and she wanted an automatic, so I got a Lexus automatic. It's got full house, it's got sat nav, it's got heated seats, it's got air cooled seats, it's got everything you can think of, heated side mirrors, you name it. So pretty stoked with that car. It's damn awesome. But I'll do a full vlog on the Lexus at another stage. Very cool car. Right, let's go into the FD. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of work, but the turbos are still on the car. I'm pretty limited with time right now, so I'm working about 3 hours a week, sometimes 2 hours a week on the car. Last week I didn't work on it at all because my daughter was sick, but hoping to get in here again soon, maybe over the weekend, couple of hours. What's left? Turbos are on, the oil pipes are on, those still need to come off. UIM is off, I've started cleaning up, but I'm still not finished there. Downpipe is completely off, all the turbo inlet pipes are off. Pretty much everything that kind of connects to the turbos is off. So I've got 8 bolts to take off here. I've printed out all these pages to kind of like give me an idea of what I'm working with. Then I've got my board here and all the stuff that's on here. So here's the stock twin turbo setup, big rat's nest. If you haven't seen this before, this is what it looks like. All these vacuums and solenoids and actuators. That's what they refer to as the rat's nest. So it's damn terrible. And then here's what it's going to look like. This is my single turbo diagram. You can see it's a lot cleaner than the other one. And then obviously I bought a HKS EVC controller that's going to be going in, so I've got my stuff there. Disassembly from the user manual or RX-7 manual. Then blanking plates. These are the blanking plates that I need to make for certain parts in the car. So obviously, for example, I don't need my air control valve anymore, so I'm going to be making a blanking plate for that. My ACV tube, blanking plate. There's a kit that you can actually buy from these guys, Banzai Racing, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a cheap ass, and I'm going to get all of these laser cut and made up. Not a big deal. And if you caught a glimpse of this, I don't smoke. I found this in the RX-7. It's a highlight filter cigarette, and there was also a slip for something, 210 euros, probably for the cigarettes. Someone can read Japanese, tell me what that says. Right, garage is in an absolute state because, like I said, limited of time. But let me show you what I've got so far and tell you what's still on the way. Let's start with the basics. I've got some new battery terminals because one, I'm relocating the battery to the boot. Battery used to sit right over here. Battery's not going to move, and it needs to go in the boot because I need to put a V-mount intercooler which will sit over here. That out the way, here's my battery cable. It's a 4 gauge cable, which I believe is enough for this car. On the GTR I went for a 0 gauge cable. I think that's pretty overkill. So I'll get the battery out of the way. This side I have got 50mm dump valve. That's going to be going on my intercooler pipe. The plan is to have that pipe that comes off the UIM there, they call it a compensation pipe. So that black pipe that comes off there, I'm going to be chopping that pipe in half. I know there's a cool Grady elbow that you can buy, but I'm cheap. Black pipe, chop it in half, and I'm going to be doing some tubing over here to the intercooler, and that's going to be sitting on the side of the tubing. And then obviously I'll change springs and adjust it accordingly. So that's number one. Number two, I'm too lazy to open the box. There's a wastegate, there's a picture on the screen right now. Then this one did actually have a box, which is somewhere lying around. HKS EVC EZ, so it's the EZ model, which means it's easy to set up. And it's just got high boost, low boost, and that's all. A little bit different as opposed to my one in the GTR, because the GTR one I can do offset and I can do boost per RPM and a whole bunch of other crap. But obviously I don't need this. It's just going to be a plain and simple setup. Here's a turbo. You guys have seen this already. I forgot the sizes offhand, but this turbo setup was meant for an RX-7 FD. It came off an FD, so it's already physically turned and whatever shit. I don't even know how to say it. But V-band exhaust. Obviously I'll get some dude to weld it up and put a proper downpipe on for me. I'm going to V-band the whole damn thing. Here's the stock downpipe on the floor, in the way, ready for me to trip over. And there's the downpipe for the twin turbo setup, but obviously I'm not going to be using that, so I will probably sell that, but I'm too lazy to sell it right now. that I can sell as well, Apexy twins, and I've got in a box somewhere amongst the shit. Oh, there's one. Those HK Super Power Flow, those can get sold. Right, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for 4 more things to arrive. 1, OPX Manifold. Really cool manifolds coming from the States. I'm hoping in the next 3 weeks plus minus. Number 2 is a pineapple racing pulley. This pineapple racing pulley is going to sit over here. So the purpose of this pulley, if you guys don't know already, I'm deleting that air pump that sits over there. I'm going to be putting a pulley in because I need to run the belt on there. Now a lot of people do run a belt that goes from here to the alternator. And the problem is, this is the water pump. If the belt's running here, you get a lot of slip on the water pump, and sometimes the car overheats. And some people say it's bad, some people say it's alright. I don't want to take a chance doing a pineapple racing pulley right there. So that's something I'm waiting for. Right, what else? Fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, Walbro 320. It's also an ethanol compatible one, E85 compatible one. That's fueling. I'm not doing anything crazy in the fueling, so just a starter setup. Then I've got a data logger that I actually haven't ordered the data logger. Data logger is going to be coming from New Zealand as far as I know. Data logger allows me to interface with my Apexy Power FC, which means I can tune it, I can load maps, I can save maps, do whatever. And the final thing, which should be here next week, is the wideband, which I got an AEM UAGO. Once I got all that stuff, then obviously start doing the pipe work for the intercooler, which will be going over here. I might be doing my own intercooler system, my own custom one. I'm going to be going for a 450, so 450 across by 250, I think it was, and then its thickness was 76. So it should sit up to about here and come up to about there. I might have to relocate this. I don't know, but I'm doing my own custom setup. I'm not going to be spending like $1,000-something on a V-mount intercooler, which, yeah, crazy money. Anyway, that's the story for this car, a little bit of a long one. What else? Let's go take a look at the GTR. Okay, GTR. So not much has been done on the GTR at all. I did manage to get it out into the road, and I did manage to get the boost controller set up correctly. Got it boosting at 1.15 bar, and yeah, decent. I've done the offset, car feels great. That's the story of this car. I'm not doing anything else. One of the headlights just popped, so I need to change the LED on that. What's happening with the MR2? I've been getting some parts resprayed. So I was testing out a spraying dude, and like I mentioned in the garage, because I'm cheap, I've been testing someone out. Okay, before I show you the MR2, I've got to show you these things. Excuse the mess here though. I kind of like made this temporary makeshift thing so they don't get past. You guys remember this dog, German Shepherd? This is Rocco. And then that is Nala. So we got a friend friend. Anyway, back to the MR2. I had the wing resprayed because this was dull, like super dull. Anyway, the wing is resprayed now. It looks pretty good, and you can see the eyelids are a lot shinier than the bonnet and everything. The bonnet needs to be resprayed and the front bumper needs to be resprayed. But I'm going to send obviously this all back again. I'm just testing someone, and it came out good, so I'm happy, and I want to go back to this dude and he can straighten the edges and make this thing flush and spray it nicely. Sides of the car are cool, and the back needs a little touch up here and there. Other than that, MR2 is looking better. Ooh, there's a Lexus. Anyway, that's it from me. Just figured I'd give you guys a little update, or rather, owe you guys an update. It's tough for me to pick up the camera right now when I'm limited with so much time because I'm working in the evenings, I'm working during the day, I've got a lot going on. If you guys want to check me out, I'm also blogging every day, JDM stuff. I've got a curation guild that I'm part of where there's multiple writers. I'm one of them, and we write daily JDM content. I do Japanese car auctions and all that stuff. Links in the description and flashing on the screen right now. It's steemit.com/@NelkelJDM. So go check that out. Also, you'll probably see a lot of stuff that's actually happening to the cars before you see it on YouTube. So pretty much everything I've just told you now, it would have been on my Steemit like 2 weeks ago. So go check that out. Plus, it's monetized. So if you guys want to start blogging, vlogging, doing all that sort of stuff, go on there, post pictures, talk about it, write good articles, and you will get paid to blog. And let me know, I'll come and support you guys. I can give a couple dollars here and there. that is it from me. Felt good to pick up the camera again for some reason. But guys, as always, thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next vlog. Cheers.